So hey Kyle, this is Todd from Baseball Think Tank. Just want to watch your video through a couple times. Look at some areas, some of the things we talked about, some of the things we worked on the other day, but also give you some ideas on things you can work towards over the next few weeks. Okay, so as we watch it through full speed, okay, one of the things I want you to notice, and this is what jumps out to me, I want you to watch. I'll kind of see if I can draw a line right around here. Okay, so as we watch it through full speed, I want to see if you see kind of a slowdown. So when we talk about, your the body, the arm, let's as we're watching it through full speed, see if you see things start to slow down. Okay, as you're going into the delivery. I'll watch it through again. So, it looks like, yeah, you're moving fast initially, leg kick, you get some good stuff going on, and then it kind of slows down. It looks like you're dragging through, okay? And I'll break that down into slow motion a little bit. I'll forgive you a little bit because, we're throwing off turf. First thing I say, forgive you. If we just look at your back foot, I'll zoom in on that. Okay, but I want you to see how much sliding around that's doing. Okay, so yeah, you're throwing off turf. There's no rubber. There's nothing there to support you. But also keep in mind that a lot of that stability has to come from your body. So as we're going into leg kick, there needs to be um, engagement in your, oops, sorry, wrong thing there. Um, your the hamstring and the glutes of that back leg need to be really driving into the ground at that point. Okay, so we're not just lifting the front leg, but we're actually driving our backside into the ground. Okay, um, that's where we're going to generate force out of the ground. When we see this foot slipping and sliding like it is, okay, that tells us there's not a whole lot of force being generated out of the ground. Okay, we're basically just kind of falling towards our target, which is not going to help us generate force or, move our body in the direction we want to move. So, that would be step one. Let's focus on back leg stability. Okay, then we go to the front leg. Okay, if you think about it as a progression, anything that happens back here, okay, the reverse effect is going to happen up front. So we're probably going to see some instability in our landing leg. So here we get into landing on this leg, and let's, whoops, sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button here. Um, so let's look at our landing and just see what's happening there. Okay, so we saw backside instability. Okay, so if we just look at the foot, there again, we start to see the twisting and the rotating there of the back or the front foot. Okay, so anytime there's instability on the back, it's going to lead to instability on the front. The reason the front side is so important is the kinetic chain or the energy, okay, that's going to derive from implanting the force there is going to work its way back up here and back here and then ultimately through the body and into the arm. Okay, so all of this stuff works together. If our front side is not stable when we land and we see it leak through, look at that. Okay, so we land, and here's the telltale sign of our instability on the front. Look how much we leak forward. And remember, I said it looks like you slow down. Well, no wonder you slow down if we're not able to brace up at this point. If the weight's not transferred at landing and our hips able to rotate around this axis, okay, which ultimately will speed the arm up, Okay? So we land and then we leak right through our ability to rotate. We get this long, slow rotating process. Okay? So again, we go back and watch it in fast motion, and we see kind of dragging through. All right? Now, one of the things you mentioned to me was that you typically have arm pain, okay, right in the biceps area. Okay, so if we focus on this area, that's where you said your arm tends to hurt. I want you to look at the amount of stress that's being placed on your arm right there, okay? That motion right there, that's where all the stress is happening, okay? So from the shoulder, where the muscle attaches into the shoulder, and all the way down the bicep, look how much strain and stress is being placed on that. In large part, that's because of the instability of your front leg, and all of this just gets dragged and dragged and dragged, and you overemphasize or overcompensate with the arm itself, trying to throw the ball as hard as you possibly can. Okay, so basically what we want to work on, and I would say step one is let's really focus on this back foot being stable as we go into our leg lift. Okay, learning how to transfer our weight from our back side to our front side so that this weight is transferred, and now we create a stable front side. Okay. Second part of that is we need to work on our timing of the handbrake a little bit. Okay, so if we look at where our back hip is, just to give you an indicator, okay, so as the back hip begins to move forward, see, your back hip's not even moving forward, it's just kind of sitting down. Okay, so we need to be moving forward there. And the hands have already, we've already broken the hands, or hands come apart. Okay, so realistically, I want our back hip, about this point, going in that direction, our hips that far forward before our hands come apart. So if we can work on the timing of that, and I'll show you a couple drills we can do to improve that a little bit. What you're going to notice is, it sounds simple enough. The later your hands break, okay, the later your hands break, the faster your arm has to move to get to where it's going to release the baseball. If your arm and hands are moving faster, you're going to throw the ball faster. Okay, so that's pretty simple in and of itself. Very common sense. If my arm moves faster, the ball is going to go faster. Right now, because your body is not helping you, okay, your backside is just kind of sitting down as opposed to moving forward. Okay, so see how your hips are moving forward now? Okay, that needs to start on the leg kick. So we need to get the back hip going, break the hands when our body is out here. If your hands are breaking now, look how much faster your arm's going to have to move. If your arm's moving faster, it's not going to get as stretched out as it is there. Okay, so you're going to feel less strain through the biceps, and you're going to throw the ball faster. So, what do we work on? Step one is a stable back leg. Think about pushing into the ground with your back foot. Okay, push your body forward. And I say push your body forward, think about the center of your body mass. Okay, on our initial leg kick, we want to push the body forward, and right now you're just sitting down. Okay, now you're pushing the body forward. Okay, that should be happening on your leg kick. So if you can think about what this feels like to push the body forward, okay, think about doing that same thing on the way up with the leg. Okay, that's step one. I honestly think if you focus on that, I think a lot of the other things are going to self-correct, and you're not even going to have to worry about fixing a whole lot. You got a great great arm action. You get some decent layback there. I think that will improve. When I say layback, I'm talking about the angle of this arm. I think, you know, you'll at least get it back that much further. And the more layback we get, the more velocity we get. So I think, you know, honestly, and I'm hoping this makes sense to you, if we can get the hips moving forward instead of down on our leg kick, I think that's going to take care of a lot of your issues. All right. So I hope that helps, and I look forward to working with you again soon. All right.